Hi, fifth graders. This is Mrs. Fernandi. Welcome to week 10 of spelling. This week, we're going to be talking about vowel digraphs. Now, remember, digraphs are two letters making one sound. So, consonant digraphs are like TH making th, and vowel digraphs are like OU saying ow. So, the first one is the long oo sound, like in hoot owl, oo double O, spelling oo. And the short double O sound, which is like in big book. So or oo. Both are spelled double O, but they make two different sounds. So these are the things that we keep in mind to remember them. Big book, hoot, owl. The OU, as in ouch, that's the ow sound that can be spelled OU or OW, depending on the word. Noisy toy, we have the oi sound spelled either OI here in noisy or OY here in toy. Awful yawn. Oh my goodness, it makes me want to yawn. Like the cute kitty. Look at that cute kitty. Not AW or AU. Awful. Aw. So we're going to just go ahead and dive right into these. The long sound oo is spelled in three different ways. The first way is U consonant E, like in introduce. The consonant here is a C, and the U consonant E. Introduced. They're both on your spelling list, so I thought I would really show you that. Introduced, we dropped the E and then we added ED. Yeah. Then the long oo sound is also spelled EW, as in the word flew. The bird flew past my window, EW. Or the wind blew the leaves off the trees, EW. That oo sound, long oo sound. And the other way, of course, is with the double O. So we have smoother, we have the oo sound there, or smoothly. Remember that Y sound at the end is going to be a long E. The letter Y at the end is the long E sound. And smoother, there's our end of a word sound there. More vowel digraphs, we have the short vowel sound, spelled double O, like in football. There's the double O, but it sounds like in the big book. And crooked, crook, we see our base word is crook, and then we add the ED, crooked. Sound ow, like in ouch, she hurt her knee, is spelled either OU or OW, depending on the word. A lot of times OW is used at the end of a word and OU is used in the middle of a word. So we have county, long E sound spelled the Y here. County, we've got the OU sound here, or counties. You can see here's our ow sound, and here's our Y changes to an I, and then we add the ES. Route, that's the ow, the OU spelling there. And then the thing about this word is kind of interesting. We'll talk about this again. Some people say root, as in the long double O sound oo, and some people say route. Either way is correct, but it's spelled the same way either way. And then, of course, here we have the OW spelling flower. Now here you can see that this is at the end of a syllable, so flower is added to that. Uncrowded, here it is in the middle of the word, so that rule doesn't always apply, but it's often the case. Uncrowded, again, our base word is the word crowd. We've got a prefix un, and then we added on the ed to make it past. Powder, this is the end of a syllable, pow, OW, and then ending with the sound at the end there. And clownish. Clown is also spelled, that's ow sound again, spelled OW there. The ending is ish. We just added it right onto the end, ISH. And allow. Allow, ow is at the end of the word OW there to make that ow sound. All right, here's a few more. The vowel sound oi, spelled either OI or OY. So we have choice here, the oi sound. Of course, we have an E on the end to keep the C from saying k sound. So the E is actually helping the letter C there. Choices, we got rid of the E and we added ES, choices. Coiled, like the snake was coiled in the basket. We have the oi sound here, spelled OI. The base word is coil. We added just the ED when we wanted to make it past tense, coiled. And same with spoiled. We have the oi in the middle of the word here. We added ed to make it past tense. The food spoiled when the refrigerator broke. Royal, here we have oi spelled with the oy. Again, this is the end of the first syllable, so we have oy spelling of oi. Boy, of course, that's at the end of the word oi. And destroy, oi at the end of the word there. If you can listen to that, destroy, we have the e here is a schwa sound. And employ. The Seattle School District employs a lot of people. Here's our first syllable M and our second syllable ploy, oi at the end, spelled O-Y. And then we have the aw sound. I always think of this as like, oh, what a cute puppy or what a cute kitten. But here we had awful yawn, spelled A-U or A-W. Applause, aw, you can hear that aw there. And of course the E is at the end there so that the S, so the word doesn't end in S because that makes us think it might be a plural word. Astronaut, here's our ah here in the final syllable, astronaut. And applause, again, the ah in the second syllable, the E is there to help the S not be the last letter in the word. And then we have a W usually at the end of the word, raw. And then we have squawking, that ah sound there in the middle of the word. Oops, that was the only ones I put in there. Then we're going to also just quickly go back over our possessives. Monkeys' tails. Remember, we have two monkeys here. So our plural, we're first going to write the plural word for monkeys, just putting an S on the end of monkey. Then we'll add our apostrophe here to show that we're talking about more than one monkey and their tails there. Possessive pronoun is something we haven't talked about yet. A pronoun, of course, is the replacement word for a noun. So for example, if I'm talking about myself, I say I, you, he, she, they, we, you. Possessive pronoun is like mine, yours. Let's go over them. Mine, the book is mine. That's a possessive pronoun. Whoops. There's my theirs. The house is theirs. It means that the house belongs to them, right? Yours is the candy bar, yours. Ours, the classroom is ours. And its, the cat licked its fur. And there's the possessive pronoun for the cat. We don't know if it's a boy cat or a girl cat. The cat licked its fur. And then just to review that possessive review very quickly, this is my cat's dish. Remember, I have more than one cat. I have two cats. So first I'm going to make the word plural by adding an S to the word cats. Then I'm going to add the apostrophe after to show that even though it's one dish, it belongs to more than one cat. The dish belongs to my two cats. The dish is their dish. And the cat's dish is full. Again, I'm showing my two cats. The dish belongs to the two of them and it's full. And here we have the two of them together. These are my family's cats. One family, so I'm just going to keep family in the singular. Then I'm going to add the apostrophe and then the S, even if we have more than one cat. These are my family's cats, one family with two cats. These cats' names are, so I've got plural because I'm talking about both cats. Then I put the apostrophe. These cats' names are Suyu and Nessie, two cats with two names. Suyu is my son's cat. I only have one son, so singular son, then apostrophe, then the S, one son, one cat. Nessie is my daughter's cat. I have one daughter, apostrophe S, to show that I have one daughter and she's got the cat. One daughter, one cat. These are my kids' cats. So I do have two kids. I'm going to first make the word kids plural. Then I'm going to add the apostrophe and then I'm going to say cats. So this week's words. Smoother. They sanded the wood to make it smoother. This is the long oo sound as in hoot owl. Football. They were playing touch football. The football has the short oo sound, also spelled double O. County, the largest town in the county is often the county seat. This is the ow sound as in ouch when she hurts her knee there, ouch, county. Choice, the menu offers a wide choice of dishes. So here we have the oi as in noisy toy. Don't forget that the E comes at the end to keep the S of the C saying this sound. And raw, uncooked meat is raw meat. There's the ah sound as in awful yawn, spelled A-W. More of this week's words. Make sure you're jotting them down. Pause me if you need to. Flew, the blue jay flew into the pine tree. There's the oo. That's the oo, long oo, like in hoot owl, but spelled EW, into the pine tree. Introduce, I'd like to introduce you to my friends. Here's the oo, long oo sound, spelled U, consonant C. That E is helping the oo sound, but it's also helping the C say this sound. Uncrowded, here look, we've got 3 syllables here. Un is the prefix, crowd is our base word, and adding ed as our ending or suffix. The store was surprisingly uncrowded. We have the ow sound for ouch, but spelled O-W. Evening, 2 syllables. The crickets began to chirp in the evening. Pocket, he kept his keys in his pocket. I just want to point out that the CK is going to stay together here in the first syllable because it is a consonant digraph. 2 consonants making 1 sound. Pocket. The last set of words for this week. The store is hiring new employees for the summer. We've got the word hire, our base word. We drop the E and add ing. Perhaps he hasn't written to me. Perhaps he lost my address. There's our sound in the first syllable, spelled ER, and then haps, perhaps. Enemies, the 2 teams were opponents, not enemies. So, oops, I wanted to tell you quickly, the singular word was enemy with a Y. We changed the Y to an I before adding the ES there. Route, we will take the route over the mountains, or we will take the route over the mountains. Rhymes with flute if you say root, rhymes with out if you say out. Either way, we are going to spell it the O-U and then consonant T and then E. And last one, system. There is a large bus system in our community. People can take a bus to many places. This is a little surprising. It's spelled S-Y-S, system, and then this E is a schwa sound, system, because we have, and so that's, but spelled with an E. So those are your words for this week. Here are your review words. Relying, here's our base word rely, just add the ing. We can't change that Y because we're starting our suffix with an I. Beautiful, remember beautiful comes from beauty, so we changed the Y to an I and then added FUL. Armies, again, we changed the Y in army to an I and then added the ES here. Satisfied, again, we have sat, is, fi. This was a Y, change it to an I and add ED. Uh-oh, I can't see under there. Centuries, I think that's what it says. Yep, change the Y to an I and add ES. So we're still really thinking about those endings and those rules for changing Y to an I. Applied, again, this is from the base word apply. We change the Y to an I and add ED. Paper, here's our sound there at the end of paper. Dozen, there's, oh gosh, I feel like that has schwa in both the first and the second syllable. Wore, as in she wore a new outfit to the school play. War, as in they fought, is WAR. It is the synonym, the homophone. Sorry, they sound the same, but they're spelled differently. And then lastly, wagon. Again, wagon, the O at the end here in the second syllable is a schwa sound spelled with an O. And that is it for the week. So best of luck. Make sure you write down all your the new spelling words, and then put them into the template on Seesaw. And then make sure you look out for your activity midweek. And I will see you again on Friday for your spelling test.